Foster and Stella, like every other couple, the story of how you found each other is quite unique. In your case, you didn't have to look far. You found each other right at work. If I remember right, you were both to participate in a meeting, and Foster, you were late. I'm guessing it must have been a morning meeting with no donuts. Well, as the story goes, Stella was not immediately impressed. She felt like you had a little bit of an attitude, and on top of it, you left without saying goodbye. Now, Stella, if someone had told you at that moment that Foster was the man you were going to marry, I can well imagine you would have argued in disbelief. It was definitely not love at first sight. However, as time went on, you found that your first impression of Foster was neither an accurate nor lasting one. He was, in fact, quite charming, congenial, and cooperative. His thoughts were deep, his dedication to God's work was evident, and he was even fun to be around. And so, just about a year after that first meeting, both of you had figured out that you had more than just a mild interest in each other. And although Foster asked Stella to go to the movies, good choice, but not too original, Foster, she asked if you could go to the San Francisco Zoo. Stella was very original. Stella, your reasoning? If we go to a movie, we won't have any opportunity to talk, but at the zoo, we will talk all day long. And talk you did. It was there on that day at the zoo that your hearts began the bonding process that brings you here today. Even from the very beginning, both of you sensed that the other might be the one you would marry, and each passing day has only moved you closer and closer together. The journey has been rich and rewarding for both of you, and along the way, you have fallen in love. Going to the movies, sharing meals together, working in the same place, and mostly just sharing life together have all created the setting for countless conversations about your future. Foster, long before you proposed, both of you knew you were going to get married. There was no mystery in that. However, when and where you would propose had plenty of mystery about it. On July 4th, you invited Stella to spend the day at the San Francisco Zoo, and there on that same bench where you had talked a year earlier, you sang the song, "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You." And you asked, we won't ask for a repeat, all right? And you asked Stella the question she was so anxious to hear.